Today, we're going to be taking a look at the myth or rumor that Facebook is actually eavesdropping on your conversations. Now, if you go ahead and look at your app settings, whether it's an iPhone or Android device, you'll see that there's a setting for the microphone, which is automatically turned on by default when you install the Facebook and Instagram apps. So there is a possibility that by virtue of having your microphone turned on and accessible to these apps, that Facebook could indeed be listening to your conversations. Now, people have mentioned that they've had conversations on the cell phone before, or even just in a room, and coincidentally, 3 or 4 hours later, have noticed some advertisements targeted towards those topics of conversation. So I'm going to test that theory out in this video. I'm going to have a conversation with my wife about a vacation that we're planning in the not too distant future. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some keywords and brand names deliberately into the conversation that I'm having on the cell phone. And I'm going to then come back to Facebook and see if any brands associated with those keywords appear on my timeline. This could be either on Facebook or Instagram. And if they do appear to me, that's good enough evidence that they are eavesdropping and using the information they collect via audio to serve out advertisements that they think are tailored to what we're looking for and are trying to influence our shopping and purchasing decisions. So let's go ahead and have that conversation, and we'll come back and check out Facebook and Instagram a few hours later to see if this is going on. Hi, how are you? Good. Hey, listen, you know that trip that we're thinking of taking later on in the year to Sydney? Well, I was just wondering which airline we should use. Do you think we should go with Qantas or Virgin? What about Jetstar? Do you have any preference for your airline? And have you thought about whether we should get travel insurance? Is there a particular brand? I was thinking we should go with AAMI, or do you think we should go with the Commonwealth Bank Insurance? Which do you think's better? Or do you think we should look at ANZ? Is there any particular preference for travel insurance? Okay. And in terms of accommodation, do you think we should stay near the Sydney Harbour Bridge? Should we stay in Circular Quay? Or, is there any particular location that you think we should stay in Sydney? Okay, so you want to be near the Sydney Aquarium or the Arts Centre. In terms of the hotels we'd be looking at staying at, do you think we should stay at the Hilton or Novotel? Any preferences there? Okay. Yeah, I really like the sound of the Hilton. I think that could be a goer. And in terms of transport, how are we going to get around? Do you think we'll use Uber? Okay. That sounds pretty good to me. All right, well, I'll start making arrangements for it, and we'll see what I can come up with. So I'm here in my workspace, and I've got my MacBook Pro, my Microsoft Surface, and my Apple iPhone in front of me. I have been scrolling through the timeline of both Facebook and Instagram for the last few hours, and I was checking yesterday as well throughout the day after I had that phone conversation. And overall, I have to say there is no clear evidence that Facebook have been eavesdropping on that conversation and using that information to plant ads on my timeline. I did see a couple of ads that were remotely connected to some of the keywords. One of them was a 28 Degrees sponsored ad that spoke about Wi-Fi whilst traveling, and the other one was a health insurance company, not a travel insurance company. So they were almost connected to those keywords, but not really close enough for me to feel as though they were deliberately placed there by Facebook after having heard those keywords in that phone conversation. So I think this myth has been busted for now. Now, let's keep in mind though that I've only allowed 24 hours to transpire, so it's possible that later on in the week these ads might appear, as we've heard on the internet from other users. And it's also possible that this practice is only going on in specific regions. Keep in mind, we're here in Melbourne, Australia, which may not be privy to this type of practice at this point of time. Having said that, I would love to know if anyone watching this video has experienced any of this type of manipulation of data and felt that after having had a conversation, they've noticed ads appearing on their social media. If you've experienced this in any form, feel free to let our viewers know. Put your comments in the comments box below. If I notice anything in the coming weeks, I'll post a follow-up video, in which case you might want to subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified of up and coming video releases. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Bye for now.